Now, uh, Roy Welch, Eddie Graham, and maybe it's because I didn't have a father. Maybe if I'd had a father, I would have felt different. But I listened to everything they said and didn't question
it. Just going back to the TNA over here. When you started contacting guys, were you surprised as to how much things had changed when you came to booking people? Or was it just still another day?
Oh, yeah.
It was another day at the office, is my point.
Yeah. And I failed at that.
Why do you say you failed?
Well, the guys today,
Can you give us examples, like who you're talking about?
Yeah, well, a match in the mid-'80s, early '90s, and all the time before that, there were terms like ring general. I don't even know if they use that term today.
Triple H is the one who calls himself that today.
Yeah. Well, it was not a name, it was a position. And the ring general would go to the ring, and the promoter would give them a finish, and it would be up, down. That's all. And the ring general would lead the match and listen to the people and time the comebacks and time the heat based on the crowd. And when I went to TNA, when we got TNA going, I walked into the arena at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and here are guys rehearsing their matches.
It goes on everywhere now, right?
Oh yeah, and I'm going, I walk over to Jeff, I said, what are they doing? He said, oh, they're rehearsing their match. And I said, how do you do that? What if the people don't respond? Oh, they keep doing it anyway. So then I start watching the matches, and they'll do 3 goofy high spots, and the people just sit there, and darn if they don't do number 4. Where, in other words, there's no ad-lib, no creativeness to the matches.
That's why you see a fuck up, the whole match goes to shit.
That's right. Oh, I forgot, where am I?
Yeah.
And, but I guess it's all they can do now, because all of the people that knew how to orchestrate a crowd's emotion are all old and dead. And
when the people in charge, like the blind leading the blind kind of deal.
Yeah. I mean, and I know this sounds like that I'm a...
No, because I'm young, and I definitely agree with what you're saying right now.
Yeah, and I don't mean it to be that way. If, you know, if there were... If the system did not tell you it was a failure, I wouldn't say that. I'd say, boys, it's a great way they're doing it, this rehearsing. But if you don't work for Vince McMahon, how much money can you make in this business?
Just you want, I guess, right?
Huh?
If you're a wrestler,
yeah,
it's as much as you can, right?
But what I'm saying is, can you make a living even?
If you work for Vince, yeah.
If you don't,
if you don't work for Vince, it's gonna be really tough. Unless you're an old guy who could live off your name, who work, you know. Now, today, no. If you don't have any Vince exposure, you're not gonna make money in the long run. I mean, I guess who they have? Samoa Joe might be the only one doing it.
I mean, how many non-WWE people make $100,000 a year?
Probably 0.
Okay.
0.
In 1985, every territory had at least 5 that made over 100,000.
Right.
That's 22. Now that's 1985. You know how much 100,000 is in 1985 if you had it today?
$500,000 maybe?
Yeah. So that's the reason it just baffles me that. And I watch these high spots, and these guys really put their life on the line. You know, when they jump off standing up on the top rope and do a flip down to the floor, if that guy don't break his fall, he breaks his neck. And then they obviously don't jump up and start doing something else. And
Well, that's why it looks so fake.
yeah, that's why, you know, you just told me that more people are interested in these behind-the-scenes interviews than are in the matches.
I was saying, no one's going to buy an art video shoot in 15 years because no one's going to care about these guys the way they cared about the guys from the yesteryear because they believed in the guys and their credibility. We don't believe in any of these guys today, and a lot of these guys don't even look like wrestlers, which is the other thing. You know, especially the guys that come on TV.
Well, I don't, you know, I certainly hope that I don't come across as because I used to make fun of the old timers, you know, that were bitching about me having the matches too wild. And what I would tell them is, yeah, but Danny, these guys are making $1,000 for this match, and you never made $1,000 for a week in your life. How do you knock them? And what I'm saying is, unless you work for one company, you make less than we made in 1970. I couldn't
That's
believe
the point that's going to be brought up to more people. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it down there in Atlanta. I'm talking to them and I'm saying, damn, what does it cost to put on a card like this? And they told me. And I went, no. And they said, well, some of the people just come down and work for nothing. I said, when you say come down, they said, oh yeah, these guys came from, as a matter of fact, New Jersey.
Oh, you're talking about the show you did in Atlanta? I think what they were saying. Yeah.
There's a little place in Millersville.
That place, I know the Jersey guys you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a little place in Millersville called Saul.
Yeah. SAW. Yeah. They said
Yeah. And half of his
Soul
card.
Asylum Wrestling. That's what it is, right?
No, it's
There's a couple of songs.
Showtime.
Hey, Showtime All Star Wrestling.
Showtime All Star. That's it. Anyway, half of their guys work for free.
You'll find that a lot in the indies.
Huh?
You'll find that a lot on the indies.
Okay.
I was going to ask, that's going to be one of my questions to you, too. Do you think you can ever do anything on the indie level, or just too small for you?
I won't do anything on any level.
Never?
No, I mean, I've had my day.
But didn't you say you had your day twice and you came back eventually?
What do you mean?
You said you
Well, I came back on the TNA thing to help Jeff.
Is there a chance, you don't think you'll ever come back just to do as a hobby, even to do as a...
If I ever got back in this business, I'd go knock on Vince's door.
Will you ever do like a school or anything to help teach your knowledge and pass your knowledge on to people?
No. There's some people talking to me now that are top 20 Fortune 500 companies that are thinking about starting a wrestling company.
Yeah.
I might be becoming a consultant for them.
It's a big scoop.
Huh?
That's a big scoop.
Well, I mean, but more than likely it won't work out because I would ask for 7 digits.
And you'd want complete control?
No. Hell no, I like being a soldier.
Who would you ask to be your booker, if like today, if you had a company? Is there anyone that stands out there for you?
Oh. I don't know.
It's a question you have to answer at a later time once you
Yeah,
have to.
I'd have to really.
Once it happens.
You know, I'd have to talk to a bunch of people because there are people that are old at 40 and there are people that are young at 70.
Right.
So I'd have to interview him and
It's
see.
not a decision. It's a
No, and I'd have to